There is a 5-second habit so small you would never guess it is quietly building your baby's entire brain. Harvard scientists gave it a name, and once you see what it does, you will never look at cooing the same way again. Your baby looks up at you and makes a tiny sound. It feels like nothing, just a coo, a gurgle, a little noise between naps. But to your baby's growing brain, that small moment is everything. Because when you answer that sound, when you smile back or say something soft, something incredible happens inside their head. Brain cells connect, wiring forms, and Harvard researchers say this is one of the most important things you can do. They gave this back and forth a name. They call it serve and return. And the idea is simple enough to explain in one breath, yet powerful enough to shape the person your baby becomes. Think of it like a game of tennis. Your baby serves. Maybe they coo, or reach for something, or lock eyes with you. Then you return the serve. You answer them. And just like that, the rally begins. But here is what makes this so amazing. Your baby's brain actually expects this game. It is built to reach out and wait for you to answer. The whole system is designed around that back and forth, and the numbers behind it are honestly hard to believe. In the first few years of life, a baby's brain forms more than 1 million new connections every single second. Not every minute, every second. Harvard scientists describe the brain like a building. It has an architecture, and just like a house, it gets built from the bottom up, one connection stacked on top of the last, starting before your baby is even born. And here is the part most parents never hear. The strength of that foundation depends heavily on you, on those tiny everyday moments where your baby reaches out and you reach back. That is the cement holding it all together. Now you might be wondering what a serve even looks like, because a newborn cannot talk, they cannot point. So how do you know when your baby is serving you the ball? Let me show you. With a brand new baby, the serve is small and quiet. It might be the way they hold your gaze for a second, a little facial expression, a cry, even the way they turn toward your voice. A few months in, the serves get bigger. Now your baby coos and gurgles. They break into that gummy smile. They kick their little arms and legs when they see your face. Every one of those is a serve. Around 6 months and beyond, the serves become impossible to miss. Your baby babbles like they are telling you a story. They reach out and grab. They lock eyes with something and want you to look too. And once your baby becomes a toddler, the serves turn into pointing, single words, and dragging you across the room to show you a bug on the window. Different ages, but the same simple invitation. Notice me. So the serve comes from your baby, but the magic only happens when you return it. And returning a serve is easier than you think. You do not need toys, you do not need money, you just need to respond. A return can be a smile, it can be a soft word, it can be you making the same sound your baby just made, right back at them. Small on the outside, enormous on the inside. Because when you answer, your baby's brain gets a powerful message. It learns that the world responds, that their sounds matter, that reaching out is worth it, and that message shapes how they connect for the rest of their life. There is even something wild happening in your bodies during these moments. Scientists found that when a parent and baby are truly connected in this back and forth, their heart rhythms start to line up together. Their brain activity syncs up too, and their bodies release oxytocin, the same warm chemical linked to love and bonding. So this is not just cute, it is two nervous systems tuning to each other in real time. But now comes the question that worries a lot of parents. What happens when you miss a serve? When you are tired, distracted, scrolling your phone, and you do not notice your baby reaching out to you? Here is the good news, and please hear this clearly. Missing a serve now and then does no harm at all. No parent on earth catches every single one. Your baby's brain does not need perfect, it needs enough. In fact, scientists say the missing and then reconnecting is part of how your baby learns. When you notice you drifted and come back to them, you teach a beautiful lesson that people repair. That connection can be found again. The real concern is different. It is when serves are ignored over and over, day after day, with no one answering. Because when a baby reaches out again and again and nothing comes back, something quietly starts to change. Slowly, the baby starts to give up. They send fewer serves, they reach out less, and over time, that can weaken the very brain connections that build language and social skills. This is why those small answers matter so much. But please do not walk away feeling pressure or guilt. That is not the point of any of this. The point is the opposite. It is how little it takes to give your baby exactly what their brain is hungry for, because you do not need special classes or expensive gadgets. Harvard broke this whole thing down into 5 simple steps that fit into the moments you already have, and once you learn them, you will see serves everywhere. Step 1 is simply to notice the serve and share your baby's focus. Whatever they are looking at, look at it too. If they stare at the ceiling fan, follow their eyes and look up at that spinning fan with them. This tiny act does something big. It tells your baby that what interests them interests you. And in that shared moment, you learn about who they are, what they love, and what is pulling their curiosity right now. Step 2 is to return the serve by supporting and encouraging. This is the 5-second habit at the heart of it all. Your baby makes a sound or a move, and within a few seconds, you warmly answer. You can nod, you can smile, you can pick up the toy they dropped and hand it back. All you are really saying with your face and voice is a simple thing. I see you, I am here, keep going. Step 3 might be the most powerful of all. Name it. When your baby looks at something, say what it is. A dog, a cup, a light. You are handing them words long before they can speak a single one. You can name anything at all. A person, an object, an action, even a feeling. If your baby looks upset, you can gently name that they seem sad. This is how a child's vocabulary quietly starts to explode. Step 4 is where most parents accidentally slip. Take turns and then wait. After you answer your baby, pause. Give them room, because a baby needs time, sometimes a surprisingly long time, to form their next little response. That waiting feels awkward at first. You want to fill the silence, but the pause is where your baby does their work. It is where they build confidence, learn patience, and discover that their turn actually matters in the conversation. Step 5 is to practice endings and beginnings. Watch for the moment your baby is done. Maybe they look away, drop the toy, or turn to something new. That is not rejection. It is simply the end of that rally. When you follow their lead and let the moment end, you are respecting your baby as a whole little person. And very soon, they will send you a brand new serve and a fresh rally will begin all over again. Now let me show you how to fit this into a normal day, because that is where it truly lives. You do not set aside special time for serve and return. You weave it into the moments you already share. Take feeding time. Your baby looks up at you while they eat. That look is a serve. So instead of staring at your phone, look back into their eyes, soften your face, and quietly let them know you are right there. Take diaper changes, those moments you probably rush through. Your baby kicks their legs or makes a sound. Answer it. Name what you are doing. Make a silly face. In 5 seconds, a boring chore becomes brain-building gold. Take a walk with the stroller. Your baby points at a passing dog or stares up at the swaying trees. Follow their gaze. Name what they see. You just turned a simple walk into a rich little language lesson. Or take plain old floor time. Something as simple as peekaboo is serve and return in its purest form. You disappear, they wait, you return, they light up. Back and forth, over and over, wiring their brain with joy. Even crying is a serve, maybe the most important one of all. When your baby cries and you come, pick them up and soothe them. You are teaching their brain the deepest lesson there is. You are safe. You are not alone. Notice something about all of these moments. Not a single one required extra time in your day. Feeding, changing, walking, soothing. You were already doing them. Serve and return just asks you to be present while you do. And that is the quiet secret hiding inside this whole idea. The most powerful thing you can give your baby's brain is not a gadget, a class, or a flashcard. It is your warm, undivided attention for a few seconds at a time. So if you have been worried you are not doing enough for your child, take a deep breath. You almost certainly already do this 100 times a day without even realizing it. Now you just get to do it on purpose. And doing it on purpose changes everything. Because the more you notice your baby's serves, the more they will serve. The more you answer, the more they will reach out. It becomes a beautiful loop that feeds itself. Every rally you play stacks another brick onto that brain foundation. Language sits on top of it. Confidence sits on top of it. The way they will one day handle stress and friendship all trace back to these tiny exchanges. And here is the part that gives me chills. Your baby will never remember these specific moments. They will not recall the day you named the dog or answered their coo, but their brain will carry the shape of it forever. So the next time your baby coos, smiles, or reaches for you, try to catch it. Pause what you are doing, look at them, answer them. Give them those 5 little seconds. That is the whole game right there. Because in the end, building your baby's brain was never about being a perfect parent. It was about being a present one, just close enough to notice when they reach out and warm enough to reach right back. If this changed the way you see those tiny everyday moments, let me know in the comments which serve you are going to answer today. And if it helped, subscribe, because we break down the science of little minds every single week.